everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ongeshi Karaoke and it's been a long minute, but I'm back. And if you're new, karibu sana, and please do subscribe to this channel. And if it's your first time here, this channel is all about adding value to ourselves, becoming better people, better persons, better parents, better friends, better moms, better dads, better everything. It's all about becoming better, adding value into our lives, adding more knowledge into our lives, and everything that comes with adding value. It's all adding and plus. So I've been away for a while, but I'm back. Mambo na life. And I am happy to be here. Thanks for following me. Thank you for those who have subscribed. Thank you for those who keep coming back. Thank you for those encouraging me. Thank you for those who follow up on me, where I have been and why I'm not uploading any videos. And thank you so much for your support. And so today I just want to talk about finances. Mambo na pesa. It is true that all of us want to be rich. We all want to have money and more money and more money. And the truth is, money is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because money, as the Bible says, answereth all questions. And now about finances. We all have things we have carried from our upbringing. We have notions, we have myths that we have carried from our upbringing, and we have so many things that we learned maybe from our parents. And of late, I have been trying to unleash and to understand mambo, things about finance, about savings, about investing. And I have read a book and I have watched many videos, and I like to watch videos that add value to my life, that tell me something I don't know, that tell me something that will help me in my life, in my life. So first of all, as Kenyans, as Africans, oh my God, may God help us, because we were brought up with many different myths in our lives about money. Some of us were told that money does not grow on trees. We were told that money, you have to work hard to get the money, and then when you have the money, you don't know how to spend it. So you end up you don't know how to budget for it. You don't know about savings. You don't know about anything. And some of these things, now that we have grown up, and it is not even our parents' fault, because they just passed on to us what was passed on to them, and we cannot blame them for anything. But in this era, in this century, please, we have to be better persons. If you're like me, you want to know something, how to do things better, how to save better, how to manage your salary better, and how to invest. And as I have been watching many people who talk about finance, experts on finance and financial matters, I have discovered that you don't have to be a millionaire to start saving. You don't have to have all the money in the world so you can start utilizing it. And as even in the word of God, it says that whatever you have and you utilize it, more will be added to you. But if you have it and you're not utilizing it, you're not using it the right way, it will be taken away from you. And growing up, we were not taught about saving and investing, and this was not even something our parents would discuss with us. And if you parents taught you about financial matters, about saving and investing, God bless your parents. But for me, I have decided that I'll be a better financial manager, and I'll teach my children. Please, I have to teach my children how to save, and the best I know how about money, because we have been taught money is scarce. We have that scarcity mentality. I have discovered something called scarcity mentality that you put in your head, and your mind knows that there is no money, and so when you find it, you're stingy with it. You don't know, you don't want to use it. When you have 1,000 shillings, you don't want, unataka ibaki the note, the 1,000 shilling note, you don't want to use it, but you have to use it. So so you don't, now that you're just onto holding onto it and not wanting to use it, you end up not planning how to use it, and so you end up misusing it, because somehow you'll have to use it for your expenses, for your things that you need. So you end up misusing it. And so I have been doing some research for me and for my life, and for how to be a good manager, because I want to be rich someday, and I want to have money, and I sure will. But you don't just get rich, you have to plan it, you have to work yourself there. So I am working on my financial things and planning and everything, and I have learned that you have to, one tip that I have learned is that you have to be good with budgets. When you have money, especially sisi watu wa mishahara, there's a time in my life that I just used to get my salary, and 2 days from that day I do not have any money, and I have started borrowing, and I'll borrow and survive for the whole month, and then at end month I'll get my salary, and then after 2 days it's over. I'll pay my debts and do something little, and then after that it's over, and the cycle continues. But I have been trying to get out of that, and I have been trying to be a good manager, and in doing that, it is just all about putting it in your mind to just be cautious, to just put it somewhere at the back of your mind, and remember, whenever you're just about to receive your salary, please budget. Put down the things that, and a budget is not a shopping list. That's what I have learned. It is not just saying I'll use this money for this, I'll use this for clothing, I'll use this for shopping, I'll use this for food. It is not that. A budget is whereby you have your total income on one side and your expenditure on the other side, and so these two must balance. And so in your budget is where you will have everything that is coming in. If you're salaried, you will have your salary on one side, and then if you have other incomes, side hustles, you just have to put their incomes there. And then on the other side, you have to put your expenditure, and mind you, it has to balance. It doesn't it has to balance, not your expenditure not to exceed your income. So your expenditure includes everything. It includes savings, money for food, entertainment, miscellaneous things, emergencies, these small things, to credit, to everything that you need to fare. And it's a good way to manage your finances, and that way you will, when it is balanced, it will guarantee you that you will not spend more than you have earned, because that's what gets us to debt. And then debt is another whole topic on its own, and we don't want to get into debt. There is good debt, there is bad debt, and I am learning all this, and I keep on learning. And as I learn, I will be giving you tips that I learn. I will be talking about it and saying the good things that I have learned from my experience, from my research, from my learning, and from everything. And so please, let's be good financial managers, because even many of us are out here, we are salaried, we are employed somewhere, and we are busy complaining how that salary is not enough, how it's barely enough. But my friend, you have not even learned how to manage. You may be earning 10,000, but I have learned from that book that I read. I will I will look for it and put it down there on the description box if you want to look for it and read. It's called the 7 pillars of financial success. It's talking about savings. It's talking about how you have to live, to live, to live, to live. What's the word? It's talking about that you have to live below your means. If you are earning 10,000, let your life be like 8,000, your lifestyle and your expenditure, so that you can make room for savings, and there is no salary that you will not be able to save. Because if you're earning 10,000 and you want to save 1,000 bob, if you ask yourself, 1,000, if you have 10,000, okay, this is it is so true that this 10,000 is not going to finish all your problems or your needs. It is not going to be sufficient. And if you take just 1,000 bob from that 10,000 bob to save, that 1,000 bob was not going to finish all your problems. So it does not make so much difference when you have it, but it will make so much difference when you save it, and you continue saving and saving, and you can be able to invest it somewhere else. So I have learned to save. You don't have to have thousands of millions of money to save. You can save from where you are. Even if you're earning 5,000 bob, 10,000 bob, 6,000 bob, you can save. Anybody can save. That's what I have learned. And these decisions, they have to come from your heart. You have to decide and will in your heart that you, and be determined that you're going to save, and you're going to be disciplined to save. And then about these savings, there are ways of putting them. I have learned about these things called money market fund. There are different of them, and they offer different kind of interest, and they are a good way of saving. This is something I have tried, and I can tell you they are a good way of saving. They don't earn that much, but they are a good way of saving. And in a little while, in some years, you will see a difference in your savings and in the interest that you earn, because they compound the interest. I'm not especially a finance expert, but I have learned this through people that I watch on this YouTube. There are 2 people that I watch that I think are helpful in these financial things. There's a channel called Moneywise by Rina Hicks. It is so good. She talks about financial things. She brings our board experts that talk about how to divide your salary, how to invest, how to save for pension, what to invest in, what things you can do, especially after the pandemic, where many of us lost our jobs. People lost their jobs, and you just lost your job with nothing saved up for your life, with nothing to do, and you are just stranded, and people got into depression and everything. And that should be a wake-up call for all of us, that things could happen. Not only COVID, but things could happen that would that would cut short your income. So you should be ready for such eventualities. Many of us are not, and I understand. I am one of them. I am not ready that if I lose my job today, I can survive. I am not ready, but I am getting there, and it is slowly by slowly. So there is that channel that I watch, Rina Hicks. You can go and search it hapa kwa YouTube, and it is very educative. There's another girl that I watch, anaitwa Susan Wanjiku. Just search Susan Wanjiku. She's good at those money market things, and she explains it in, I would say, plain language that you can understand, and any layman wouldn't understand. And so as we continue, I hope we shall make decisions to be better managers of our finances. We may be complaining our salaries are not enough, but we are not even managing it, and we are praying to God every day to give us more money, to give us better paying jobs. But what we have not even utilized it. Tuna misuse, tuna lipwa leo, and we get broke the following day, and we get into debts and more debts. And God looks at you and he says, my friend, I cannot even add you 5,000 to what you have, because what you have you're not utilizing well, you're not using it as you should. And may God help all of us to become better financial managers, and we shall continue to be good managers of our finances, because God will see our faithfulness and our good managing skills, and he will give us more and more and more. And may God help us, and I'll see you next time. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do so, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this video, and if this is the kind of content you like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.